Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Crafting with Bee. If you're new here, welcome. So glad to have you. And if you are returning, thank you so much for returning. So today I will be working on the diamond painting that I got from CHARTEKS. I was going to do a pop-up live yesterday, but my son ended up getting off work a little bit early, so that I wasn't able to do that while I was waiting on him. Seems like every time I make those plans, it just goes out the door. Hi, Margie. How are you? Welcome. So glad to see you here. I did. Oh, you already commented on it. Never mind. I was going to tell you I did the Josephine Wall video yesterday, but you already commented on it. You already saw it. Hello, how are you? Snorta? Is that how you say that? Anyway, I'm going to be doing this. Hopefully we can get this done within the next few weeks. But I normally only work on it whenever I'm out and about. So let's see, what number are we going to do? I kind of want to fill in this flower over here. So let's find the A's. I love the way that these are on sheets like this, but you are only able to single place as far as I've figured out, and you have to use the putty because the wax, I guess, is not strong enough to do it with. So I've got putty. If I can show it on the screen, I've got putty in this pen just specifically for this painting. Where'd my putty go? And it does not last as long as other putty seems to. It seems to be about the same as if you were using. Okay, Julie, welcome. Welcome, Grams and Granny. So glad to see you here. But anyway, the wax does not work on these because I guess it's not strong enough. I'm going to zoom in on this real quick just to show you because I had a little bit of an issue with that video that I did. Right here, you just kind of slide it and you're able to pick up the drill. Zoom me back out so you can see what I'm working on again. But yeah, it is different. Let's see, I need some more light. I don't have my canvas underneath my, come on, my half moonlight. Hopefully that doesn't cause a glare. I don't think it did. But yeah, this is very interesting. Now, I will say this isn't the type of painting that I would hang up. Unless, of course, one of my grandkids was doing it. Then, yeah, it would probably go on the fridge. But it is something that I think that I like to do to pass time, especially whenever I'm in the car. Because you don't risk spilling all these drills everywhere. They seem, but it's really a neat concept. I really, really do like this. So, what all have y'all been doing this week? I haven't got around to doing a whip and chat or a live or anything. Hi, Jeannie. How are you? Welcome. But yeah, I'd made all those plans to do my live, and then of course, the one day that I plan that, he gets off work early, so I don't get to do it. But I just think that these are so neat. And I might end up having to buy me another one for myself after I complete this one. Um, I think out of all of them, though, I would like to get the bunny rabbit. I think is the one that to me looks the best. So that may be an idea for later on. Hi, Kathy. Did I miss you coming in? I'm sorry. Welcome. But yeah, so that is the bad thing about this is it's if you put these in the wrong place, it's hard to move them around. That's one of the downsides that I've found with this. As you can see, I'm struggling with this one because I put it on an E instead of an A. But yeah, at work last Monday, um, I did not know that they were feeding us and we're considered part of QA. Well, we had a lot of safety days, so they fed our department. But I am not exaggerating. The steak that they gave us was over half the size of this canvas. It was what they call a Hawkeye steak. They gave us that and a baked potato, which I didn't eat any of, and then a salad, and they even put dessert. I think it was strawberry cheesecake. I didn't eat any of that either. But I I only cut off like just a little sliver of that steak for myself. And and then whenever I got back into the office, Josh, instead of eating his steak, which he gets one the same size, he just finished the steak, or he didn't even finish it. He only got it to about halfway, if that, off of mine. And then, of course, he had his baked potato and salad and all that. And and then I gave him my piece of cheesecake as well. But it turns out that we had one of those huge steaks and a half a steak to take home. And between me and him and Joshua, my son, it took like till yesterday for it to be gone because my son loves steak. But we don't get to cook it that often because it's so expensive. I couldn't believe how much they expected all of us to eat in that. But anyway, um, that was a big surprise. And then they gave us a little backpack cooler, which it's in the other room, so I can't show that to you right now. But all in all, I've had a pretty good week. other than just, I don't know, just being busy, and I did not get the stuff done that I wanted to get done this week. But I changed my mind on how I'm gonna, I'm dropping stuff, how I'm gonna do my planner this time. This is something that I bought off of Amazon. It's just a little daily planner that's on a spiral at the top. I like that. But I'm going to end up tearing these out of this and putting them on regular paper to go in this. And I don't know if how well I can show you. This is just a pink binder. But I found with the super printable, this is not going the way I want it to. Let me try to zoom it out just a little bit so y'all can see this. See, with the super printable, I've still got to color it. I know, I'm behind. And then then this is a daily planner. Since I bought that other one, they allow you to go on there and download different ones and print them once you do that. So I made this, and I can print these out as much as I want. This was from yesterday. So I think that this is going to work really well for my printer, for my planner, so that I can change things up all the time. And then I'm kind of stealing your idea with the binder, Granny. This I can do my meal plans, and it has a grocery list on the side. So I've just got 2 of those printed. I can print more. And then we're back to the super coloring. If you go on Facebook, or super printable, if you go on Facebook and kind of subscribe to that gift, these are free to print. But it's a little coloring sheet note page. And then I've got a few different ones that I printed off. I thought that they were so cute. And you'll see the bunnies. Yep. I think I printed off. This was a coloring sheet that I printed off of there. I barely got any of it started, but I think I'm going to change my mind and do it with colored pencils. But that'll take a while. And then they got little simple coloring pages as well. And they just pop up on Messenger, and you look at them and see what you want to print, what you don't. Got a little snow globe. And then the next section is my bingo cards. Sharing is caring. So I've got all of the bingo cards in here. I haven't, well, I guess I could put one down because I finished my Diamond Dots gnome. It would not be that one. I don't think. Nope. I know. Would a gnome be magical? I could put my gnome on the animals one for the magical, maybe? No, that's not an animal. Never mind. I know I saw one with something like that other than that page. Holidays. Trying to. I know. There. Fantasy, fairy, gnome, dragon, etc. That would work on that one. So I'll have to put that down for that one. And then, I definitely have one for the campfire and camping. I've just got to finish it. I've got my diamond dots one and I've got my mystery one left to do. And I ended up starting another canvas yesterday. It's one that I had in my stash for a while. Good morning, Jess. How are you? Welcome. So glad you're here. And no, do police. You're up. I completely understand that statement. I think this is all I have left of my coffee to drink. And I've only been up since about 7:30. But I'll show you the canvas that I started. And it is a budget one, but I've got so many square canvases going that I wanted to work on a round one as well, and I did not want to work on my stitch one. And I'm saving my, I know it's in here, isn't it? Okay. This is the canvas that I started yesterday. It's a huge one. It's from Temu. And I love it. Yes, Jess probably needs her coffee. You spy a blank canvas. Yep. Oh, this one. This is the CHARTEKS one. Down here that I'm working on. But yes, this was one that I got off of Temu. It's probably been a year or so since I got it. At least, because I haven't made an order in a while. So, but I wanted a round one to work on. And I'll show you another, wrong way. This is what I've got done so far. I'm doing the random on it. I got this little square up there done. And then I've got this one down here done. And my light is glaring. I'm sorry. So, but it's a really pretty one. And then I came in here this morning to get ready for the live, and my snow castle is in here. Well, little did I realize that I forgot to put my cover, this one right here, on that square that I was going to do next. And I laid the paper down on it. So it's just been one of those. But I will tell you that baby wipes are a diamond painter's best friend, because I ended up being able to get that cleaned off of there in less than 3 minutes, and I let it dry for a little bit, and it's already gained back its sticky. So I am so glad that I knew about that little. Are you doing a conversion? No, this is the CHARTEKS. I did a video on it. They contacted me to show this product, and I did a video unboxing it. It's more geared towards children, But all of your drills are on these little sheets, which is so neat. And it has to use putty. That's why I don't have a twist and pick pen in my hand. And this is the putty that you use. And you just put it down, slide it a little bit, and then you can place it on the canvas. This is actually a high quality cardstock, but it is really a neat concept. I think that this is something that I would like to take with me in the car or one of these days while I'm out and about. So this probably will not be the last time you see me working on this, especially if I'm doing a video in my car. But I would probably purchase more of these in the future, especially if they started doing some different ones. But I think I will try to get the bunny one as well, just because I think it was kind of cute. Yes, there is a pattern to it. Let's see if we can zoom it in. See how far I can get it zoomed in. It's actually really clear. And your numbers are on the sheets. Let's see, as well, so you know which one you're using. But I thought that it was really neat. Whenever they first asked me about doing this video on here, I was wondering, how is that going to work if they're already stuck to a canvas? And I moved to this, so it's not in the canvas anymore for the one that I was working on. There we go. I'll zoom that up just a little bit more, so maybe y'all can see that. Right. Dot by dot, no multi-placing. At least I have not tried that yet. And I meant to bring in my other pens so I could test something out. And I didn't. Because I was going to test to see if the Diamond Art Club putty would work in the twist and pick pens, but I don't know. I do have some Diamond Art Club putty in my little thing of, no. Yes, I do. We're going to see real quick how well this putty works on it. Can I show the picture? Give me just a second. What did I do with that box? Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so let me zoom out again. So this is the picture of what it is. I think it might look a little bit better if the whiskers were a little bit different, but it's not bad. Especially considering that you've got the white background and it's round drills. But once again, like I said, these are geared towards kids to get them to where part of their statement was that they were trying to bring kids and adults together through arts and crafts. It is a cute image, and I think that the bunny rabbit, or oops, Okay, so maybe the Diamond Art Club putty in one of these doesn't work because it came out. So you have to use their putty. But I love the fact of how inventive it is for diamond painting. Because the canvas is not sticky at all. It's basically just a piece of cardstock. So I can leave this on my desk or something and not worry about Stardust coming over and laying on it. Which she is prone to do with a bunch of my diamond paintings. If I do a diamond painting and it doesn't at least have a little bit of black fur somewhere on it, something's wrong. Because she is very attention wanting, and if that's the only way she can get her attention in that time is to jump up on the table or whatever I'm working on and lay down on it, that's what she's gonna do. And that's fine. Thank you, Kathy, for stopping by. I'm so glad that you were here. I'll see you next week. But right now, she's over there laying on the bed, which she's not supposed to be in here, especially not on the bed, because the bed in here is an air mattress. It's just an extra, so that we have an extra place for the kids if they come over. But I do have a foam thing on top of it, so hopefully she will not hurt it. But yeah, I went to see my mom on Thursday. She wasn't feeling too good. And it completely breaks my heart because I go in there sometimes and sometimes she'll know who I am right away. And then, like Thursday, I could tell that she didn't want to ask me who I was, but she was it was like she was confused on who I was, but she didn't want to ask about it. So that day, I will say that I was a little down in the dumps. I didn't go walking that day. I planned on going walking after I talked to her and went to visit her, but I never did go. So, and that's my fault. That's not anything to do with anybody else. After that, I did not feel like doing anything. But I'm doing better today, and I will go and see her next week. And next week, she might know who I am as soon as I walk in the door. And by the end of the visit, she was asking me about Joshua and if he was going to come with me next time. So I think she figured it out by the time that I left, but oh no, Joshua will normally go down there with me about every other time or every third time that I go down there. A lot of times I go on Fridays, so he will just come home from work, take his shower and everything while I am going to visit her. But she just wasn't feeling good that day also. Um what else went on this week? I know. Oh, this is funny. Was it Wednesday morning or Friday morning? It was Wednesday morning. I was in the living room diamond painting, and we have a window over to the side, and it's got stuff in front of it. So, and then it's got the blackout curtain over there. So, I I heard this noise at first. I thought it was just my ice maker because I've got one of those tabletop ice makers sitting over there. And I have it near my craft area because I'll walk over to my craft area, just grab some ice and put in my water and go on. I hope not too. She tends to get those constantly. But anyway, I walked over there and I heard that noise and I was like, it's just the ice maker. It'll stop. Well, it kept going. And I was like, that is not the ice maker. I absolutely know that is not the ice maker and I thought we had a mouse over there in the window because we have a cow field behind us. And I was like, we've got another mouse in here. And I was like, thank you. So I go over there and I pull the curtain back and I see it fly up. And I'm like, that's either Josh asked me what it was, and I was like, I don't know, because I was thinking it was either after I saw it, I was thinking it was either a bird or a bat. And how we would have got a bat in the house, I don't know. So he comes over there and he moves the curtain enough, and it's a little bird, and it takes off flying through our house. And he's trying to shoo it towards the door, and all of a sudden, Stardust sees it. And she perks up and she's like, oh, I'm going to catch that. So she starts chasing it around, and we're trying to get it back towards the door, and it flies back into my other craft room. And there is no way that I can get it out of that room. But Stardust manages to round it to get it to fly back towards the front. And I felt so bad for this little bird because when she did that so quick that I didn't have time to open the front door. And this poor little birdie flies into our screen door. And it kind of shakes its head and is kind of stunned. But it didn't do it too bad because it was off and flying again. It runs into the door, and then I open the door and it goes ahead and flies out. And it takes off, and Stardust is like, well, that's no fun. And we were sitting there trying to figure out how it got in the house because our front door, the little thing that holds our screen door open, broke and doesn't work anymore. So we know that we hadn't left the door open. Oops. That is the bad thing about these. Did I finish all of my? No, there's some up here. I don't know if. Oh, I never did zoom that back in. But anyway, the bird got out of the house. We're just going to do that much of it. And Stardust was a big help in that. But the bad thing is I think that she's the one that brought the bird in the house in the first place. I actually think that she caught the bird and brought it in to. She doesn't kill them right away as she grabs one, and normally I can get it away from her. But I think she brought it in the house to play with it, basically. And it probably got away from her. Because that is the only way that I can think that that bird got into the house. But yep, It flew away just fine, though. But I felt so bad whenever it flew right into the screen door. I can just, and I'm surprised that it actually didn't mess up my screen. I can just imagine if it would have flew into the glass part, because it was really going fast and zipping around. But my back door, it has a doggy door, but I don't think a bird could have pushed that in, because it's got a magnetic thing on it to hold that flap. I know, I hate that. I hate seeing a bird fly into something and stun themselves. Most of the time they're okay, but I don't know. It's just, I hate seeing things like that. I did have a bird. I had my windows down in my car, and I did have a bird one time fly in one window and out the other. That about gave me a heart attack. And then that reminds me, I went to see one of my friends. This was probably 7, 8 years ago. No, it's been longer than that, because I had that cat for 5 years before he just disappeared. But anyway, I went to see a friend of mine, and there was some cats around. Whenever I park my car, we live in a small town. At that time, I could easily leave my car unlocked, leave the windows down, nothing was going to happen to it. And I went in to visit her for a while, and then whenever I left, I got in the car, I started driving home, and this cat hops up in my lap while I'm driving. That time it nearly gave me another heart attack. But I called my friend, and she said no, it wasn't her cat, but there was some stray cats that lived around there that the neighbors fed and stuff, so they weren't wild. And she asked some of her neighbors if it was theirs, and they said no, so I ended up keeping that cat. But I don't know, I went to visit my friend and ended up coming home with a cat. And we are already at 38 minutes. I was going to show you my other diamond painting that I finished, but I may do this unboxing on another video as well. I think I've got it over here. Let's see. Yep, I kind of squished it. That's okay. I cannot wait to get my rose trellis one in. But I got 2 diamond paintings at Walmart the other day. I got this wolf one, this colorful wolf one. My Walmart still do not have the Diamond Art Club ones. So I haven't got the strawberry shortcake yet, and I haven't got the Stitch one that I want from Walmart. Eventually I will, but I hope anyway, if they restock them. Or even start selling them at my Walmart. I tried to purchase them online, but they were sold out on there too. Okay. So we're going to look at this one. This is a Diamond Dots. It's called, what is it called? It does not have a name anymore. Oh, Neon Wolf. Ooh, I might have to try that. I'll see if I can find that email. I've checked like probably 6 Walmarts around our area, and they have not had them. Okay, so it comes with the typical toolkit: wax, straightener, a 6-placer, I believe, an orange squishy, gray boat, and a pen, and a 3-placer. And then, let's see. I will definitely have to look that up because I want the strawberry shortcake and the stitch one. I even tried ordering them online, and that didn't work either. This one is a partial. I think this one is so cute, and I don't think it'll take a real long time to do. It looks like it's got some confetti, but it's not like major confetti. Okay. That almost takes up this whole thing. Zoom it out a little bit. Isn't that just cute? I think that this is going to be so colorful and cute. And it's just a partial. You just diamond paint the wolf. The black background does not get diamond painted. It has 24 colors. This is absolutely adorable. I think, but let's look at the colors real quick on this. Okay. Let's see. I got the butterfly, the floral butterfly one too, but it's in the other room. So we'll just do this one today. But I'll do a video with both of these on them, so an unboxing. These colors are really pretty. I like those. This is going to be a very colorful wolf. It is. Especially with these ones. We got an orange, another orange, a pink, greens, all different shades of greens, a red, purple. It's like a maroon, some yellow, another green, and brown. This, I hate the fact that I've got so many that I just want to start all of them at once. They did. I noticed that on my receipt. The one, not this one. I think this one was from, well, no, I may not have checked the price on this one because this is one of the newer ones. I got these at 2 different Walmarts, but the other one, whenever I checked my receipt, it was $10.97. Which I was a little bit disappointed in that, but it's not too bad. I can definitely more afford to get one of these here and there than I can to go and buy a Diamond Art Club at off of their site. Which That one, my rose trellis, should be here on Monday, and I can't wait. Can't wait to see that one. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, I may have to start working on all of my castles and house ones since I'm doing the Spanglers this year, and try to get as many of those done as I can. So I know I've got 3 or 4 of them. I can't remember. So would y'all like to see another little stash video of different artists? Since Margie asked for the Josephine wall, I just posted it yesterday. Where did I put the box? I've got stuff scattered so far around. I cannot wait to do the rose trellising. It's pink. It kind of looks like it's almost a purplish pink. So I might try to start doing one a week. I'm going to try. I'm not going to make any promises. To try to pick out an artist. So which one would y'all like next? I think I have quite a few of the Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I think I have quite a few of Hannah Lynn's. Of course, I have a few of Randall Spangler's. So, I don't know. The Jasmine Beckett Griffith and the Hannah Lynn ones might take a while to do those. And the Spangler would definitely take a while to do that video. That might be a long video. But I've got to write them all down and log all the ones that I have. And I'm going to do it by artist. Either or any. Okay. I'll try to figure out which one I'll do next week. I've got to log them all by artist and everything because I've got so many. And then I've got a bunch of random artists that I may only have 1 or 2. So those might be all grouped together. I've got several craftablies left. But I don't know if y'all remember all the Puppy Craze petunias and all of that. I've got several of those that go in that series, with the one that had the Java Joanna, Butterfly Collector Brielle. I've got several of those. I think it's been so long I haven't looked at them in quite a while. I was looking at some of those. What did I do with the pen that I was using? Some of those that I had in there, and I could not believe all the canvases that I forgot that I had back there. Really? I might have to do that one. I've got several that I need to get done, and I love my craftably canvases, although I will have to say I've got a few square ones, but I don't think I've ever done a square craftably. So I might have to see which ones I have and decide on that. I've still got the one that I sent you, Margie. I have another copy of that canvas. I can't remember the name of it. Chasing Fireflies or something like that. I think that I had bought it and then somebody had gifted me that same canvas. So I kept the one that I was gifted. Yeah, that one's one of the darker craftablies, but I don't think it'll be so dark once you actually do the canvas. But you know what? I'm gonna have to check that out. I do not. Let me see if I've actually got a piece of paper in here that I can write on. The one thing I did not put in this planner, you know what? We got those note pages. I can put it on one of those. I'm going to have to start writing down these event names. Okay, so Mindy. Sorry, I'm shaking my table. Craftably. Probably spelled that wrong. And you said that that was in June? I'll have to write down all the events that I want to participate in. And then I have the Chuck Along. I've got to finish my canvas Bluebird song in March. Oops. Okay. I think that's all that I know of right now. I've got plenty of paper. I just need to get more paper in this book. I can't say I used to. I still have a issue with buying paper and pens. Other than crafting stuff, paper and pens is another addiction that I have. I find cute paper and cute pens and I have to buy it. I know, Granny. I'm terrible about. I'll see these cute little notepads and stuff out at Walmart or anywhere that I go, Dollar Tree, and I have to buy them. I just have to. I know I could probably be in or all the events and have plenty of canvases for all of them. But I have decided that I've got a bunch of bigger budget canvases that are laying on top of my shelf in my other craft room. This is actually the playroom that I took over until winter is over with, because my craft room gets way too cold. The mini event. I don't think I have any. Well, I might have some minis, but they're not like from Diamond Art Club or anything like that. I think all my mini paintings that I have are from Temu. And I don't even know what I did with those. I've really got to get my craft room in there straightened up so I can find stuff. Because I was looking for my 3-hole punch. Ah, did you see what I just did? I knew this tip was not in there all that well, because I didn't have anything to push it in with, and then I just managed to take it off of there. We'll use this for now. This is just the normal pen with the self-adhesive wrap wrapped around it to make it a thicker pen. Because I cannot use these pink stick pens without using something like this. Yes, I definitely need to get organized. I'm starting with all of my premium canvases. I have way too many, but I collect them. That is if it's the one I think it is, that is a really pretty canvas. Is that the one with the couple in it? I think I know which one that you're talking about. I started Bluebird Song in the last Chuck Along and I haven't finished it yet. But that is the only Chuck Pinson that I have. Is the rest of Bluebird Song. I've thought about getting one of his other ones. I like the tropical ones. I think there's a couple that are like the beach scenes. Okay, I'm not thinking about the same one, but that sounds like that one would be really pretty too. Yes, definitely. Two hobbies. Completing and collecting. I I wish I had time to do all of these. Right. I am. Oh, and I'm sorry, Granny and Julie, I changed my mind about the turkey for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go ahead and finish that one because I need those. I need those trays, and and that painting alone, I'm losing my voice. That painting alone is taking up 2 sets of my trays, which is 90 trays altogether, even though they're not all used on that painting. But I want to clear that out, and so I'll be able to kit up more. And I've got maybe a quarter of it left. Yes. Still online? Yes. What vegetable can you? Green beans? Yeah. Sorry. What time? We're almost out of time. It is a pretty canvas. It reminds me so much. And it's not so much that my grandma's house was a barn like that, but my grandma's house was made of rock. And Bluebird Song just reminds me, with that building made of rock, it reminds me of her house. And that's been torn down for quite a while, and then you've got all the flowers in the front of it. But oh my god, this hour passed way, way too quickly. But I'll go ahead and finish I got sidetracked. I'm sorry, I'm always getting sidetracked. But anyway, I decided that I'm going to finish up turkey for Thanksgiving, and then once it gets closer to July, I will figure out another canvas to do for the gobble gobble, because I've got 2 of my Randall Spanglers going right now, the turkey for Thanksgiving and then the snow castle. And then I want to try to work on the cat from DP Over. because I want to try out their drills to see if I want to order anything else from them. So, anyway, everyone take care. I have really enjoyed this live today. If you don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. Thanks everyone for stopping by.